So and she's upset about this. Yes, I know, but she was starting out, she's waiting for her to take over. It's tender and I don't ever really feel much too much. Jerry's
You're almost ready? Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
These on working? Just testing it.
March Barb's on?
I thought we were.
Okay.
And so hers is very
There's two.
I can't remember if Claire told me something about her that she wasn't to be able to move. I didn't know
Oh, she did the, big now.
Can they hear keys? Good evening, Barb. Are you good, Marge?
Sorry.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Barb, can you hear us? Okay.
His microphone's working.
Okay. All right, we'll call this meeting to order. Okay. Start off with roll call.
Chuck Heisler,
Here.
Barbara Hill, Edward Orr,
Here, nothing to report.
Stuart Ward.
Present, nothing to report.
Chuck, did you have anything to disclose?
No.
Barb, did you have anything to disclose?
Thank you. Agenda clarification and approval. Is there anything we need to change on the agenda?
Kyle Jensen, Planning Director, Bannock County. There are no changes to the agenda.
Okay. We have a motion to approve the agenda.
A motion to approve the agenda is written.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, approval of minutes. We've got October 18th of 23 and November 15th of 23 to approve. These are ones that had corrections in the past, right, that are just coming back to us?
No, so these have
September.
been on the agenda for a while, but I think the first time we didn't have a quorum from people who were there, then we had a meeting that didn't have a quorum and got canceled, so now they're back again.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything on those minutes? Any corrections or comments? I didn't see anything when I ran through them.
I didn't see anything that. Thanks, Bart. So I motion that we approve these October, where are we at? We're on October 18th minutes.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, what about the November 5th? Okay.
That's fine.
Then we've got the November 15th minutes as well.
That's when you recuse yourself. I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Alright. Okay, public hearing. Before we open the public hearing, I'm gonna read this so everybody's on the same page. This is a scheduled meeting of the Bannock County Planning Development Council. The Planning Council serves as both a decision-making capacity and an advisory capacity to the Board of County Commissioners. Decisions made by the Planning Council may be appealed to the County Commissioners within 10 days of the decision by the Planning Council. If you decided to appeal, contact the Planning Development Office prior to the 10-day deadline. The hearing procedures tonight are as follows. A presentation will be made by the applicant, who has 6 minutes to present. And then a brief explanation of the subject will be presented by planning development staff with no time limit. Testimony is then given by the audience in favor, then against the proposal. Questioning of the participants and rebuttals are entertained by the Planning Development Council. Testimony will be limited to 3 minutes a person. The applicant will then rebut the arguments offered by the opposition. Then the council will discuss the hearing subject. We may have additional questions for staff, the applicant, or the audience. Then the hearing is closed to oral testimony, and we'll go through our findings and make a decision. The council accepts oral testimony and may accept limited written testimony from those in the audience, but only if the parties have filled out the testimony sign-in sheet. So if you'd like to testify tonight, please make sure you fill out one of these and give it to staff. If you submitted a written testimony as part of the packet, you cannot give an oral testimony unless it is to read the written testimony into the record. In order to keep a clear audio recording of the hearing, when testifying, a person must come to the podium and state his or her full name and complete address. Comments will not be accepted from the audience seats, and discriminatory testimony will not be permitted. There will be no booing, hissing, or cheering. If you're here tonight and you're angry, that's okay, but please don't take your anger out on the council members. They are charged by law to keep a clear record of the proceedings, consider the factual testimony, and uphold county and state regulations and rules. Thank you for your consideration. Is there anybody that does not understand what I just read? Everybody's good? Okay. All right. We'll open the public hearing. Agenda item number 4 is a concept plan approval for We the People subdivision. This is, Noel Olson proposes a 3-lot subdivision with a total of approximately 94.86 acres. The development proposes to connect to individual water and septic. The affected property is tax parcel RPR 4471005406. It's currently addressed 25450 Old Malad Highway in Downey. Building lots will be approximately 4.98 acres in size with one open space lot of approximately 84.9 acres in size. Applicant or their representative.
Motion
Motion for
to
that.
open the public.
I'll second that motion. That's right, we did it anyways.
Moved and seconded.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, sorry. Name and address, please.
Jose Nava, 1290 Mountain West Drive, Pocatello. So, yeah, we're just proposing to create 2 buildable lots, and a 3rd open space lot. With a shared access easement between the 2 lots that is not shown on the map here. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, didn't want to cut you off. Okay,
So on the 94 acres, you're dividing this into 3 lots then?
Correct.
So 1 open space lot and then 2 buildable lots.
Correct.
Pretty simple.
shared access on the common lot line?
Shared access on common lot line. Correct.
Okay. Pretty straightforward.
20-foot easement along 15-foot easement along the frontage there for public utilities, and then, in the back, there's a 20-foot transmission line there, that we're creating an easement on as well. The reason for the 84.9 acres of open space is because the area is in prime ag ground. There's a few strips there along the east boundary that are non-prime ag ground that I tried to basically remove that from the 90% of requirement for prime ag for open space.
Okay. I don't think I have any questions for him.
Any questions?
Any questions, Barb? Okay. We might ask you back up, Jose. Thank you. Okay. Staff.
Elise Foster, subdivision planner. You have had the staff report in your packet. The total acreage of this would only allow for 2 developable parcels based on the zone being agricultural. So that is what they are proposing. There's currently a home on the property. They have located all of those structures on lot 1, and lot 2 will be for a future building site. We've reviewed the open space, potential wetlands, possibly a canal that would be on the northeast corner, so that is covered in the open space. The land is relatively flat. There is some lava rock towards the back, but not much. And does council have any questions?
Up on me. I have one, maybe two questions for you.
Okay.
So the highway there is maintained by the highway district?
Down Swan Lake.
Yeah. Just so that I understand. Cause in your staff report, says subdivision shall have a single access built to county standards to a county maintained road. So is the highway district maintenance the same as county maintenance?
They are a jurisdiction that would fall under that, yes.
Just so I'm clear with that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That was my only question. Any questions for staff, Barb? Okay. Okay, we'll open it to the public. Hear my timer?
Yep.
Just the one?
Just the one.
Okay. I've got one. Well, let me do this first. I got one person that signed up opposed. Do I have anybody here in support? Neutral.
I haven't signed the paper yet, but I'll speak in favor of it.
Okay, there's some on the thing here, so if you'll come up here and then just fill it out when you're done speaking, that'd be great.
Joshua Ellis, 722 Lucy in Chubbuck, Idaho. I would encourage the commission to approve this. Ironically enough, I was born in Downey. It's been a long time since there's been a hospital there. But my affinity to the area, generally what I've seen happen is the kids no longer want to farm. You start to see the ground move to more and more residences. 5-acre parcels, probably more appropriate out in that area, but I think it's more than adequate considering it's in Downey and what that is for a 5-acre parcel. So I would absolutely consider the commission to give this a unanimous approval. And I'll fill this out.
Okay, thank you. Okay, anyone neutral? No, okay. David Bloxham?
David Bloxham, 2955 East Woodland Road, Downey, Idaho. I guess my main concern is we are getting curtailed for water right now, so if you allow these people to keep coming in, drilling wells, everything, it's gonna affect us down there. And when I built my house, I had to have 40 acres to put my house on it. So, you know, I'm not against people building down there. I'm just saying that eventually, if you allow this, 5 years down the road, they're gonna say, hey, let's put some more houses here. Hey, let's put some more houses here. And then they're gonna start complaining because we're farming during the day, or I mean, early in the morning and stuff like that. That's what I'm worried about. Is if we're getting curtailed for water and we can't use water, then why are they allowing wells to be drilled? That's all I've got.
Let me ask you this before you
Okay.
leave. So is the water curtailment on surface water or groundwater, or both?
It's starting to get both.
Okay.
It's starting to get both. And like I said, I'm not against people buying ground and building houses, but if it's a 40-acre deal, have your 40 acres.
Okay.
I had to do it when I built my house, so, you know, what's fair is fair.
Right, understood. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Anyone else opposed? He was the only one that signed up, so, okay. Do you wish to rebut anything that's been said?
I just like to add that, obviously you got your open space area, it's restricted against further development, and it's 84.9 acres. The existing house currently has a well, and we're really only adding another, another lot with another well in there. And that, of course, needs to go through the public health department, new test holes and everything to make sure everything's copacetic there.
Alright. You guys ready to discuss?
I'll save my comment for a minute after we, got anything?
Maybe a question for staff. It seems like a strange configuration to approximately 5 acre, almost 5 acre lots and then a 84 acre open space lot. Is there what's the driving reason to develop in that fashion?
So this is in prime agricultural soils, which
Okay.
requires 90% of the land to be dedicated to open space. So that only leaves them the 10 acres
Okay, so
to develop.
if it were not in prime agricultural land, you could have broken this into two approximately 45 acre lots.
They still would have open space requirements based on being in a wildlife habitat area, but they would only have to dedicate 50% of the land to open space opposed to the 90.
But the equivalent is, I mean, I'm just, the equivalency is approximately 2 40-acre lots.
Correct. He has 90 acres, which gives the ability for 2 development rights.
Right.
It's a density of 1 dwelling to 40 acres.
The fact that but the agricultural status is what requires 90% of it to be left open.
Correct.
What would the alternative have been, about 45
Splitting.
or so acres of open space on 2 lots?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so.
So by putting the 80 acres into open space, that
Yes.
prevents us from having to just split it down the middle and more steps to get them to, because ultimately that's what they would have done. It would have been a dwelling per 40 acres.
It has to go through some kind of a subdivision process in order to retain the development rights. And so council would hear it, which would kick in open space regardless of whether it's
Either way.
prime ag or not.
As long as it's still staying the 40 plus acres per lot,
Correct.
we're still in the same ballpark.
Yes.
Okay. Hopefully that addresses some of your concerns. You'll understand open space land cannot be developed. From here in the future, once we put it in an open space.
Right, the plat will state it is deed restricted from
That's
further
right.
development.
So, okay, thank you. I don't have anything else, that's all I have.
Okay. Anything else, Chuck?
I don't think so.
Anything, Barb? Okay. So I think I'm just going through this. To me, it looks like it fits the density of 1 dwelling per 45-ish acres meets the county density requirements. It's actually a little higher.
Yep.
Yeah. And the requirement of the single access per the ordinance works. Oh, I have one question for Kyle. So it says that Malata Highway is classified as a major collector. Does it need any additional right of way dedicated than the,
Number 15.
we're
They just.
100 feet? Does it need, it's not gonna need any more than that?
No,
Okay.
it would just need the, utility that they did.
Just that easement, that utility easement, okay.
And that's why we went to the dual approach,
The shared approach.
the shared approach, right?
Okay.
You want to mark the findings?
Yeah, let's work through those findings. See if I saw anything else in that, but I didn't underline. Okay. So we've got 1, 2. No design deviations requested, correct? I didn't see any
Correct.
on this one, okay. So we've got 6 findings to go through, 6 criteria. Can you hear me okay if I sit back a little bit? Or do you want me to sit forward more? Is that better? Okay. Okay, the first one, the proposed tentative plan is in conformance with Bannock County Comprehensive Plan and is in conformance with applicable provisions of this ordinance, other county ordinances, and Idaho code.
I would say that the division, 2 buildable lots on the 90 acres meets the requirement,
Density requirement.
density requirement.
Density request, yeah.
Are you typing?
I'm typing.
You're typing.
And I do have some, so as you guys are discussing, I'm just typing some stuff out.
Okay.
And then when you're ready, I can read back what I've got and just kind of trying to pick out some of the stuff that you guys are discussing that meet each of these criteria. So far I do have, this plan is in conformance with the ordinances because the density is 1 dwelling per 45 acres, which is over the required 1 dwelling per 40 as shown in the agricultural zone. It meets the 90% open space requirement as outlined in the subdivision ordinance.
And I think it's good to note too that it meets the road and bridge standard for the driveway.
So I have that in number 2.
Okay, oh, we got
yeah.
number 2's. Okay,
Number
jumped ahead
1.
myself.
I think the only thing you don't have covered yet is discussion about the comprehensive plan and if it meets the comprehensive plan.
Well, this is control sustainable growth per the comprehensive plan, which is what our mission is, correct? I mean, which is not our mission, but that's what we're looking for.
One of the responsibilities, yes.
Responsibilities, yes.
And, one of the objectives in the comp plan is to, provide diverse rural housing options.
Mhm.
And I think this fits that.
What objective number is that?
That is objective 1.4. Okay. Will you read back what you have now, please?
Yes. This plan is in conformance with the comprehensive plan because it helps with sustainable growth, which is one of the responsibilities outlined in the comp plan. One of the objectives, 1.4, is to provide diverse rural housing options. This concept meets that objective. This plan is in conformance with the ordinances and Idaho code because the density is 1 dwelling per 45 acres, which is over the required 1 dwelling per 40 as required in the agricultural zone. It meets the 90% open space requirement as outlined in the subdivision ordinance.
That sounds good.
Council, can I ask that we pause for a moment? The camera is not working, so Barb cannot see. And just unplug and try and plug back in and see if that works.
Pause.
Where you have YouTube, the YouTube live open
No,
as
that
well.
was my microphone. Thank you.
Just make sure that that portion is working.
It would be seeing the back of my head if it were working.
Yeah, it looks like it's showing the image of before the meeting started.
When it was glitching?
Yeah, cause Colin is in the image at the top and he's not here.
Where do you go?
See your tech guy?
Can you stop streaming and then start again?
Yeah. On the left, in the middle where it says owl, is that a clickable?
Yeah, right there. This one?
No, that one.
Yeah. What
Light-
about
the
to the
lights
left
on.
of properties? Up, over where it says owl to the left of properties, that's not clickable, okay. Just curious.
Did this thing get turned off? Because it looks like it typically has a light on.
Yeah, it's not on.
Oh, is it not on?
It's not on anymore.
It doesn't quite know if you can work with this yet. It still has audio, so it's fine.
On this?
Yeah, there's still audio, but we don't, there's something with the video with Teams in it, so what I was gonna do tomorrow is gonna put the Bannock County logo over the video. That's all
Okay.
good, so let's keep going, we have to make the video.
Okay.
Thanks, Colin.
What about this one?
Colin,
Colin?
if we open Teams on this instead of on there, would that help it?
Yeah, but I don't think that you'll be able to get the mics and everything, so.
What about this one? Which one is this one?
Okay, owl is not connected anymore though. Cause there should be little
Green
eyes.
light.
Hot. Why don't the eyes stay on the whole time? It's on.
Normally the eyes are on.
Yeah.
Do you want me to switch out the cord, Colin?
No, it should be good, this is, when you disconnect, you have to relaunch OBS. And see if she,
That works.
yeah, see if she can still hear.
Barb, can you hear us? Alright, let me stop sharing.
That's the challenge.
The video's working now.
Yeah, the eyes are on now.
Teams isn't working.
We hit cycle.